That is just horrifying, the amount of dust in there. Sadly, this is not full of biscuits. I'm guessing that's not a happy noise. Hi, welcome to the Mammoth Tech Show. I'm Jeff, and today we'll be looking at a surprise bag of computer stuff, which I picked up on Gumtree for the princely sum of £10. Now, I know roughly what's in there, but I haven't actually examined it. I don't know really any of the details, any of the specifications, whether anything even works or not. So, first thing is a monitor, and a very odd monitor at that. It doesn't have a normal stand. You can see here it just has this this prop. Yes, everything is a bit grubby. I haven't cleaned anything. It's literally how I got it. But this chap here from Compaq, we have a VGA socket, and yeah, that's about it. Power's there. Standard kettle lead thing. So yeah, this is really just a very basic VGA monitor with literally no height or any form of adjustment on it at all. But it might be okay for testing purposes. We shall see. On to the next bit of the puzzle. And here we go. Next piece. We have a PC, a big tower PC. I don't know the specifications of this. Again, don't know if it even works. Who can say? Right, let's have a look. It's an Acer. It's got a DVD drive. It's got one of these nice memory card slot things in the front here. Some USB, audio, and yeah, it's clearly of a certain vintage because of the multimedia card interface thing you've got there. And let's look at it's an Intel. What does it say? It says Pentium. Right, so it's not exactly yes, definitely of a certain vintage. It says Windows Vista Q IT crowd clips, and at the back we've got an old parallel port, full size parallel port there. So this would be mid 2000s. This would be coming from and yeah, so it's single core Pentium, who knows how much RAM, probably 4 gigs at the most. Yeah, unfortunately, a lot of pre-builds should have really have come with when they were running Windows Vista, should have come with 8, or rather 4 gigs, but only came with 2, so it didn't actually run very well. That's one of the main issues I understand about Windows Vista, why it had such a bad rep. It was that the systems it was sold in were under spec and didn't really have the power to run the operating system particularly well. So, is it going to allow me to open it now? Yay! There we go. And look inside. Oh, we have just a world of dust. I will try not to. Okay. We've got 2 sticks of RAM. Oh, that is just horrifying, the amount of dust in there. Oh, yeah, let's close that up quick before I get some horrible lung condition. You can see the dust on the inside of there. Right, that is going to get a thorough blow out before we go any further. But obviously we need a bit more than just a screen and a tower. We need some stuff. So we have in here a sadly, this is not full of biscuits. Life is just full of disappointments, isn't it? It's full of computer stuff, leads and stuff, which is almost as good as biscuits. Let's have a look. Right, and we have a very, very dirty keyboard. Yay! Give it a clean, it'll be fine. We have, right, okay, headset. Oh, it's some sort of call. How interesting! It's some sort of Call of Duty themed. Call of Duty Black Ops. Oh, we got a mouse. We have a mouse. We have a mouse, and we have power cables and a mouse. Probably got a VGA cable in here. So it looks like we've got the cables in here to get this going and test it. And let's continue on, because we haven't finished yet. Okay, now PC number 2. Now we have another. Is it going to be the same sort of vintage? It looks like a similar vintage to the last one. This is a compact again. Looks like it could be the pair for that monitor there. This time we have a Pentium again, and Windows 7 this time. We've got Windows 7, so a little newer. Again, we have a front-mounted multimedia sort of a thing. Let's have a look around back. Oh, this looks even more basic than the last one. These definitely aren't gaming PCs with dedicated graphics cards. Nope, neither of them. These are probably neither of them going to be able to run Windows 10, let alone 11. If we can get them going, my idea would be to put on the Chrome Flex OS, which should get them at least up and running, and then we can get them off to a charity place, and maybe they'll be okay for someone to do a bit of very, very light browsing. And yeah, because that's really all they're going to be able to do, or just tinkering. Because if you recall, I did a video a while ago about putting together PCs. I'll link up there if you'd like to have a look at it. But one of the things I suggested was just getting hold of an old PC, taking it to bits and putting it back together again. And if it's a PC that costs you less than a tenner, and it doesn't go back together again, that's okay. That's not a disaster. Certainly a lot less disaster than if you paid hundreds of pounds on a bunch of new kit and trying to put a computer together for the first time. Yeah, better if you mess up putting it together, your first PC, and it's a old clunker like this. And the last main item is this big chap here. He's an Epson photo printer, an Epson Stylus Photo R300 to be precise. And again, it looks to be of a similar vintage. Look, we've got all the different memory card types there. This is from the days of taking your memory card from your digital camera and stick it in a photo printer and printing it out, which obviously you can still do now, but obviously you don't need all the different types of memory cards. And a lot of people will just go to like Boots or somewhere now, rather than having to take up space in their house with a great big photo printer. Who knows if this works? As with all the rest of this stuff, it's a printer, so chances are probably the least of the bunch that this is still working properly. However, one singular detail I did have about this bundle of stuff was that it came with a new ink cartridge for this. Literally, that was the only detail on the advert, that this came with a new ink cartridge. Not specs for the computers, Nothing else like that. Size of the monitor, no, just as a new ink cartridge for the printer. Let's have a look to see if there's an old ink cartridge. Yeah, there's ink cartridge in there already. So yeah, it's the usual little separate ones you find in photo printers. Oh look, there we go. We've got a little extra slot for your small photo paper there. That's cute. Yes, here we go. As advertised, literally as advertised, here are the ink cartridge, clearly still sealed. What we have, there's one, there's two, loads, 5, yeah, 5 ink cartridges, that's nice. Yes, I know, I haven't looked inside the other computer yet. The sheer dustiness of the first one kind of put me off. I'm sure it's probably not terribly exciting, but on the back of here we have a preview monitor socket. So presumably there was a way of connecting up some sort of preview monitor. Maybe there was just a adapter cable that allowed you to connect up any monitor, or perhaps there was some sort of Epson's own little, maybe 5-10 inch, who knows, little monitor you put to the side and you could see. But there, a completely non-standard interface, obviously. And yeah, that's something you don't get on printers now. External video out. And we have here is a dedicated USB, so you could connect your camera directly to the printer and export the pictures straight from the camera onto the printer. Let's do some testing and see what actually works. Maybe if the computers are actually working what their specs are from their vintages, it's not going to be particularly awe-inspiring, but it should give us an idea of what we can do with them. It's the next day. I've wiped these down and evicted most of the dust out of them, and we're gonna play a game I like to call Does Computer Go Boom? So these are wired up, and here's this funny little screen, and oh, hey, it is, yeah, seems to be, well, at least the screen's not cracked. That looks okay. Don't know if it's receiving a signal yet, so I'm gonna have to reach down and plug this in, and I'm guessing that's not a happy noise. Well, that didn't help. This is starting to get annoying. And there's no reset button. There is just the power button, which does nothing. The power button does nothing. Oh, well, that's... Oh, that opens. Well, the tray works. That's fantastic news. I'm going to stop this now. Okay, so Mr. Acer isn't happy. Well, at least it's not dead. It's doing something. It's making a horrible beeping noise. But we have fan spin and some light, and the tray goes in and out, and yeah, he's not completely inert. It's just in horrendous pain, apparently. Let's try the compact. And here we have the compact. You will notice that I have not actually bothered to plug in keyboard and mouse, which probably gives you an indication of my confidence in how much this is going to work. So let's try this again. Contact. More hopeful noises. No horrible screaming beeps. And we have starting Windows. It is starting. Oh yeah, well the compact seems to be working. It's found its friend. Yay. Retrieve a horrible, horrible mouse. Right. I have no idea who Jane is. We have a compact that works and an Acer that is in the last terminal death throes of some horrible, horrible, painful disease. What we can do is wipe this chap and stick Chrome Flex on there, and it might run okay, and then we'll be able to give it into charity. For the Acer, hopefully it's something as simple as the RAM just needs reseating and it'll be happy and won't scream anymore. But this one looks a goer. Worst case scenario for the Acer, we can just use it to take it apart to practice. Just a bit of taking PCE apart practice. Next up, the printer. So we've had a go at this printer, and as Clint from LGR would attest, trying to fix old inkjet printers is a bit of a losing battle, and we get a general error, which is great, brilliant. I was worried it was going to have really specific errors there, but no, a nice general error. So something is wrong. Who knows what? It looks like something is jammed in the motors somewhere. The mechanism just moves a little bit. The carriage with the ink doesn't move at all. And yeah, no life, no matter what combinations of buttons. Downloaded the printer manual for what good that was. Yeah. Not gonna get any life out of this, unfortunately. Printers, inkjet printers, really aren't designed to be fixed, unfortunately. They are rather disposable in the way they're manufactured, which is a shame. But never mind, we have got one working printer and one working monitor out of this, and may come back to this, looking at what we can do with that. We may even tear down the other non-working PC, even just to put it out of its misery, apparently, because it didn't sound particularly happy. But anyway, that was quite fun. A nice mystery collection of PC tat. You never know what you're gonna get. Kind of like a Kinder Egg, but just dusty old computers rather than chocolate and a small toy. Not sure that similarly worked well, but never mind. If you've enjoyed this, why not give this a like? If you've got suggestions on what we can do with the working PC, then let us know in the comments. If you'd like to see more from us, why not subscribe? But anyway, I've been Jeff. This has been a defunct old Epson printer. This has been the Mammoth Tech Show, and you've been very kind to watch. Thank you very much.